Hello everyone and welcome to a Polynerdic playtest. Today I'm looking at the beta for Tom Clancy's The Division. The beta ran this entire weekend. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to get a look at it, but I got home early enough to get an hour and a half in with it and get a good feel for the opening of the game at the very least. For those unaware, it takes place in New York, in a New York that is reeling from a biological attack on Black Friday. The disease, from what I understand, not to spoil it for anyone, is basically smallpox, from what I've gathered, and it's devastated New York. It's quarantined. You're playing an agent of the Division. You arrive early in the game. Shit's already hit the fan at that point, both for you because the other Division agent you're with is pretty severely wounded, and you find out that your captain's dead. And it's just the two of you arriving, and you immediately set out on some missions. It's kind of an RPG with a shooter twist, which means when you encounter bad guys, they don't drop with a single headshot like a traditional shooter. There's a bit of bullet sponginess to them. And in my opinion, not so much to make it unfun, because shooter RPGs, as you can see, they take a bit of damage before they go down. Shooter RPGs are fine with me. I was told at one point that it plays similar to Destiny. I don't have enough experience with Destiny to make that connection myself, but I didn't mind this from what I've experienced of it. Let's take a look at some more action, and from one of the early missions. I'm going to jump forward in this. The combat is definitely classified as a cover-based shooter. I didn't have any difficulty with the interface going from cover to cover. And the AI was pretty good about typically finding a way to flank me, especially when there was more than one. Just when I thought I would be safe, like here, I would be in the line of sight of another enemy. As you can see from the radar above there, I'm getting hits from all the way around me. They're pretty good at trying to find an avenue or a lane of attack. The guns have especially the assault rifles, they have quite a bit of climb to them, and as you shoot, so you really do have to practice burst fire. And again, with the enemies being the bullet sponge type that don't go down when you get a single headshot on them, that it takes some getting used to figure out how to shoot them. Again, Sam being flanked. This game is definitely one that's meant to be played with friends. I found myself playing by myself through the entire thing, and that definitely kind of hurt my enjoyment of it. Getting together with a group of friends, though, would be a blast with this. Like I said, I had fun with the combat, but it's not without its problems, as you'll see here. As I was saying, the combat is good, but not always on point, and I think that's largely to do with enemy AI. This is the first boss of the first mission that's available in the beta, and after you've fought off several waves of cronies and goons, you find yourself facing off one-on-one with the boss himself. In this case, a guy named Hutch. I don't know if that's always his name or if it's procedurally generated or randomly drawn. But he doesn't have much of a strategy to him. He hides behind cover, reloads, steps out, hammers on you with what appears to be a heavy machine gun, although it was a submachine gun when I looted it, which doesn't quite match up with the amount, in my opinion, of heavy firepower he has. He'll make short work of it if he catches you out in the open. So I found myself just repeating this cycle of taking cover, waiting on him to stop firing and need to reload, get up, get some shots off on him, whittle his armor down bit by bit, and then his health thereafter, and then hide when he opens fire again, and wait it out. This took about 5 minutes and was extremely boring for a boss fight. It shows how much a second player would be beneficial, because I could have had someone attacking him from the other side while I hid, or vice versa. Maybe would have made Hutch move around a little bit more. It just really highlights the importance of multiplayer in this game, because one-on-one it's kind of just a by-the-numbers shooter, and therefore not quite as exciting as it could be. And I think that will definitely carry over into the big PvP area, which I'll show you a little bit of. I only had a moment to play with that before I had to stop and take care of some other things. But I did see some things that prove the game is definitely meant to be multiplayer. The major PvP area of the game is called the Dark Zone. This is where all the good guns and armor are. You have to collect them and then have them airlifted out, which in itself is a task. since you have to have it airlifted and other players can attack you because everyone becomes aware of an airlift when it's in play. Obviously, I didn't trust this guy. I hid from him. I didn't want him to know I was there. And this would have been really fun to play had I had any friends on at the time. But I didn't get to experience it the full way. As you can see here in a moment, there's some rogue players out there that are about to just destroy that guy that I just encountered. I thought about trying to help him, but I saw how quickly they tore him down, and I was like, no, I'm going to avoid fighting these guys because they're going to destroy me if I go at them, especially being a level 1 Dark Zoner, despite my level 6 main game level. I kept an eye on these guys. I made sure that I escaped them, escaped their notice, but this is one of those things that I hear it's very frustrating because you have guys like this that hang out near the opening of the gate and just destroy people. But I've also heard it's very fun, depending on a couple different podcasters' opinions of what I've heard. It's something I really wanted to try the right way, but seeing how it was me against them at this point, there was no way I was going to try to right the wrong of them killing the other dude. And I think that kind of hurts a little bit that I didn't get to experience the game the full way. As far as the game itself, I'm still really interested in it after playing this. It's not nearly as bad as some people have said it is, and it's not nearly as good as others have. But it was enough to hold my attention, and it makes me want to see more of it. I'm not sure how long people will be playing this game when it comes out. It depends, I guess, on how it launches. But I was pretty satisfied with the beta, and I just wish it was going on a little longer so I could have had more time to play it with people I know or meet new people to play it with, because it was a pretty barren world tonight when I was playing, but I was playing it in like the last hour and a half of the beta if I have my times correct. I could be wrong. It might still be going at this point. I've got 10 till 12 midnight on my clock, but based on what I saw, I did think it's worth checking out. I'm not going to buy the game on day one by any escape of the imagination, even if I had the money, but I'll definitely try to rent it from Redbox as soon as I can see it, and pay the $6 to $12 to have it for a couple days, and experience it with the servers live and hopefully full of people. It was an interesting enough game to warrant a real look when it comes out. As basically the verdict I have. It could be better than it is. Hope maybe it will be better when the final version comes out. But it's definitely something that could be a lot of fun if implemented correctly. And it was definitely worth checking out. If you didn't get to play it before now, I hope you've at least enjoyed my look at it. Because the beta, if it's not over right now, it will be over shortly. And you won't have the opportunity till the game comes out in the middle of next month. I think it's a couple weeks away from launch. But I hope you enjoyed my look at it, and like, follow, subscribe, comment below. Thank you.